I need to know if it's dropping out or not. You're the only person that can signal to me because I've got no idea, okay? I want to try and get everything across to you as quickly as I can. To be a stuntman, well, my job's been a stuntman for Harley Davidson and Buell for the last 8 years. I've been professional for the last 10 years. Wing, all the way from Hong Kong. In 2000, met up with me and became my stunt partner. He's also my mechanic, my right-hand man. And I have to trust him as much as he has to trust me. If the bikes aren't prepared properly, I'm in trouble. If I don't do the stunt with him on properly, he's in trouble. You can imagine his punishment if he doesn't get my bikes right. To be a stuntman, wheelies, stoppies, burnouts, wheelies. This all relates to some of you, but not all of you. Any bike, really, you want to dictate exactly at the point at which you want it on the rear wheel. And what that means is, some of the faster bikes in the market, you can turn the throttle and it comes up. But you are a ragdoll on it, you are out of control, and you're lucky if you survive. If you use the clutch, short little speed like this, little bit of throttle, little bit of... Okay? Now, that was absolutely effortless. Just a little bit of power, a little bit of clutch. The beauty of a twin cylinder and the beauty of a Buell is the way that the torque is directly given to you at exactly when you want it at a slow speed. It's all about bottom end power with a Buell. It's not about revving the hell out of it. Okay? A little bit of throttle, a little bit of clutch slip, the front comes up. You don't want to be a ragdoll on, you want to do a reverse bench press. What that means is you want to pull the bike towards you. You're almost pulling the cockpit, the instrument panel, to your chest. Okay? That's important. The reason is when it comes up to your chest, okay, you can throw it away if you're in trouble. If you're sat on like a rag doll and you lean back, oh my God, I'm out of control, and you're off the back. Okay? Very important. Teach yourself. Pull it towards you. Pull it towards you. Alright? That's the number one. Once you've got the feeling of the front wheel up, you might get a little bit more adventurous and lift it higher. Once it's high, you start getting into the zone of the balancing point. The balancing point is quite a big zone, but you've got to know how to stay in it and how to use it. So, you need to learn back brake. I can tell you now that I cannot remember the last time I said to myself, better press the back brake. Never, never, ever, ever. Because it's built into my mind. You'll find you're driving down the road one day, you drift off, you do 2 or 3 kilometres and you'll wake up again. My God, how did I get here? There's a sixth sense in your brain which automatically takes over and just does things for you. You don't even know it. That's what the rear brake is. You've got to learn it first. So, once you've learned to get the front wheel up, you then tell yourself back brake and you physically push the back brake. So it's back brake. Comes down quite hard. Back brake. Okay? You've got to learn it. You've got to drum it into your brain. It's got to become natural. Once you piece all of this together, this takes hours, days, weeks, months. That's why, please, I do say don't imitate me unless you've got a natural ability for it. Some people are natural. We lift up. Okay, now we take it further back, look. What we can do is take it higher and just use it on the rear brake. Okay, touching the rear brake. There we go. Okay, then you put my hat on and you become a professional stuntman. Okay, you've got to learn to wheelie on the handlebars, of course. You will be doing this later, Kevin. Same theory, you've got to slip the clutch to get the front wheel up. You've got to feel the balance points. Okay, there it is, there it is, there it is. One more time. It's a real fine movement. Okay, there we are, we're in. There it is. See? And that's all you do there in rush hour. I've got a few more accessories on the way through on a boat, which once I put them on I can go a little bit more advanced on the bike, but for now we'll work with what we've got. So, moving on to the front wheel. Stoppies. The Buell boasts the biggest brake in production today because it's rim mounted, it's massive. It's rim mounted, that means there's a lot of material going through the brake pads in one revolution. That means The brake disc gets time to pull more efficiently. It means that any twisting axial forces get sent straight through the rim into the road. We don't lose any energy through the wheel, so it's very, very efficient. 2 fingers on the front brake. Unlike a wheelie where you're relatively loose on the bike, now we're tight on the bike. Grip the tank with your knees hard. Get yourself in a position, arms slightly bent but rigid. I want you riding it like a gorilla, okay? As soon as we squeeze the front brake, all that energy has got to be transferred through. If you're loose, it gets lost in your body, okay? Then you have to work twice as hard. Take the bike up to 15 miles an hour, clutch in. Squeeze the brake, release the brake. Okay? Now, you've got to keep yourself rigid. If you don't keep yourself rigid, this happens. You're panicking, and then it's pathetic. Okay, that's 3rd gear. All the way down we go.
Yeah.
Woo! That's relatively small stoppie in the distance, but it's a good demonstration. Burnouts. I see some of you guys trying to impress the ladies, getting the rear wheel spinning. That's okay, but don't burn your clutch out because you're looking idiots, okay? Don't sit there, give it half out. No. You're going to engage the clutch. Engage the clutch, okay? Keep your weight forward. Keep the front end planted, alright? Best thing to do is to get a little bit of forward momentum, just a little bit. And then you keep the momentum flowing, okay? Becomes very easy, but always keep your weight over the front. Here we go. Slip the clutch. Okay. Whoa. Now what happened there is I became complacent at the fact that I was just showing off, okay? My error. If that hooks up, they'll send me straight through a fence, through a crowd or anything, okay? Best thing to do is be precise and hard on it. Here we go. Here we go on the sand. The sand is actually losing me traction. Unpredictable. I've never ever worked on a surface like that. If that's what sand's like, it's everywhere, isn't it? That's going to be on the circuit, everything.